Hi, I'm Teddy Burriss, your LinkedIn strategist, trainer, and coach. And I got to ask this question today. Teddy, in regards to the open to work functionality on your LinkedIn profile, is there a benefit to doing it? And are there other features that you turn on within LinkedIn when you use the open to work? I'm going to show you what I know. I'm going to show it to you and explain to you what options you have in this video. So first of all, you get to that feature of, open to work or show recruiters you're open to work from your LinkedIn profile. It should be right here in what's called the top card. This right here is either called the top card or the intro card. It should be right there. When you click on this, here's where you can put in the information that you want recruiters or anyone else who's using LinkedIn to find. You can put a title, the different types of titles that you want to have. You can have up to 5 titles here. You can put up to 5 locations here. So you can pick, I recommend you go for regions. Don't go for little cities. Go for regions in the areas that you want to work. You can also turn on them open to remote work. Then you can make a decision about start date. Now this is pretty psychological here. Think about this for a minute. If you say immediately I'm actively applying, that tells recruiters that you are deliberately and actively looking for a job. If you choose flexible, I'm casually browsing, that tells recruiters that you are passively looking for a job. Now, why is that important? The reason why that's important is a lot of recruiters look at candidates differently if they are passively looking versus actively looking. So they want, actually, lots of recruiters, I don't want to say most, but lots of recruiters only want to engage with candidates who are passively looking for a job. Now, if your LinkedIn profile says you don't have a job, it's going to kind of lean towards you actively looking. It may create a conflict if you choose passive and you don't have a current job. Here's the next piece, job types. I recommend you choose full-time and contract unless you're dead set against getting into a company as a contractor that may lead to a full-time job. I encourage both myself. Then you make a decision. Who can see that you're open? Do you want all LinkedIn members to see you're open, which adds the open to work photo on your frame on your profile picture? Or do you only want recruiters to see that you're open? Now, here's a couple mindsets about this. I wrote down some notes that I was doing some research, and I've had talked to people about this over the last 6 or 8 months. If you put all and you put the logo around there, or that graphic around there, couple things it does. Number one is it may present you as being desperate. Some people, some recruiters or hiring manager may perceive that as you are desperate. I don't necessarily think it makes you look desperate. I think it makes you look deliberate about telling people very clearly you're open to these conversations. However, others have different opinion. Number 2, it may attract the wrong people. I have heard stories of people who have the open to work and they get hit on by scammers and spammers and hackers and less than ethical recruiters a lot. So it may open that door for the wrong conversations with the wrong people. Number 3, again, as I stated earlier about flexible versus actively, it may say to recruiters that not only that you are desperate, you are actively seeking. It may put you in that category different than what some recruiters are looking for, which is the passive job seeker. So let's talk about the option of adding this open to work functionality just for recruiters only. Now the benefit there is only LinkedIn members who are using the recruiter license, which by the way is not an inexpensive license and may be primarily used by medium to large companies, not so much the small to medium companies. But only those LinkedIn members who have the recruiter license are going to be able to see that you're looking for a job, that you're either actively or passively looking for a job, and see what job titles you're looking for and what locations you're in, if you're open to remote work, et cetera, et cetera. So That's great if you're targeting large organizations who have the recruiter license. You could be discovered by them, but only to those people who are using the recruiter license. Now, in my opinion, I would offer to you that you need to be very purposeful. If you want to be found primarily by large organizations, medium to large organizations who use a recruiter license, it may be very worthwhile to turn on. If you have no other way of letting your network know that you're actively or passively looking for a job, then maybe turn on to all LinkedIn members and put that graphic on your profile. For me, I have another idea. I'm not going to turn this on. I'll tell you my other idea. My other idea would be to be very deliberate about targeting conversations with your LinkedIn network and find the people who may know of other people that you should talk with, who may open up opportunities or conversations about job opportunities. Use your network. Be actively seeking those conversations versus passively waiting for one to see that green graphic and maybe the right people will find you. Instead, you go look for the people you want to have conversations with. Be actively looking for those conversations versus sitting back and hoping and praying someone finds you. That would be my recommendation. Use your network, engage with your network, seek those conversations that may open the doors for more conversations. Now, the other piece of the question I got asked is, does turning on the open to work functionality give you other benefits in LinkedIn? Now, I have heard one other conversation, but I have no fact and I do not believe that it gives you in-mail opportunities. I do not believe that it gives you a greater searching capability. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure both of these are not going to happen. There are no other features that get enabled on LinkedIn. So it really is only going to do a presentation to others, whether it's recruiters or everyone. It's not going to give you other features. So if you are a savvy candidate, a savvy job seeker, you're going to learn how to use LinkedIn. You're going to learn how to use groups to message hiring managers and candidates and recruiters. You're going to learn how to pay attention to the open networkers, the people who you may want to talk with who have enabled open networking, so you can message them. You're going to learn how to use your network to get introduced to hiring managers and business owners and department heads and maybe even recruiters. It's going to be far more productive for you to do that than simply rely on the open to work functionality. I'm Teddy, your LinkedIn strategist, trainer, and coach, and I hope this is helpful.